Hey y'all, welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you are returning, welcome back. If you are new, welcome. My name is Neek and this is Angelic Light. So I'm back with another zodiac read. Today it is for my hungry Tauruses. I know y'all probably hungry right now or probably eating. At least all the Tauruses I've known. Greedy. Y'all greedy. Y'all got a little appetite. But yeah, so we're gonna get into what came out during your pre-shuffle today, and we're gonna just tap into that a little deeper for y'all. Keep in mind that this reading is for those of you who have Taurus placements in your sun, moon, rising, Venus, north node, or south node. And before I get into all of this, because I'm going to read what these cards are at the top, then I'm going to read the messages that I wrote down as well. And then we'll dive a little bit deeper into the pre-shuffle before we start pulling cards. But before I get into that, I just want to remind you to take only what resonates. Don't force anything to fit. All right. And always follow your own intuition above all else. If nothing in this reading fits, that's completely fine. But keep in mind that time doesn't exist at the level of energy. So if nothing resonates for you today, you can always check back later because it may resonate in the future, okay? But if you do find anything to resonate for you in this reading or you find it to be useful in any way, make sure you like the video, comment, share, subscribe, hype it up to get the content out further for the other people that may need to hear these messages, okay? All right, so Taurus, your energy is pretty damn good with this pre-shuffle, okay? So let's get into these top cards first. So this was your first card out, which was release other people's emotions. Ask yourself, is this emotion mine? Exhale uncomfortable feelings that are not yours so they don't linger in your body. Inhale light and space, okay? Then we got getting home. The objective is being grateful for your house and the people in it. When you walk through the door to your house or apartment, pause and think about how grateful you are to be home. That sounds like y'all too. A lot of y'all be homebodies. Whether it's cold outside and you've just walked into warmth or you're returning home to someone you love, there's always something to appreciate. Greet everyone with a smile and a warm hug and begin to listen about their day. And afterwards, speak about your day. Be present with each conversation and be thankful for them being in your life. Then we have wish granted. The outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. Your angel number 1234. Good luck. Spirit guides, process or progress, my bad. Justice, structures, systems, processes, conditioning, and rules. Ooh, I just love when messages come out so aligned. I just want to say this real quick that this is only my second zodiac read, and I'm really, really enjoying these zodiac reads, y'all. I might do these a lot more often, but I'm really enjoying these. Let me know if y'all enjoying them too. Okay, I like to know y'all feedback. All right, but anyway, getting back to it. You are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. You will succeed. Observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall into place. And then your affirmations too came out. The first one is success. I grow and thrive in the universe. I discover the purity of my heart and the higher wisdom that guides me toward victory. I direct my thoughts toward clarity and nurture wisdom, love, and goodness within me. I am free now and I succeed in my life. Ooh, I feel a sneeze coming. Okay, it went away. Good, because y'all do not want to hear me sneeze. I'm going to scare the hell out of y'all. I'm going to let y'all know that now. I ain't never sneezed on camera, and y'all don't want to hear it because y'all going to be terrified. Okay. And then your second affirmation card to come out is action. My divine action incites love and harmony. I am aware of my thoughts and driven by positive forces. I listen to my heart. My desire to manifest light transforms test into growth, challenge into opportunity, and fear into love. So y'all out here alchemizing. I got that very heavy. Y'all out here alchemizing whatever energy is being sent your way, whatever projections. Y'all are taking that energy and y'all are transforming it. Y'all are integrating it in some way and applying it to something that you're doing for yourself, for your own life. And that's the way you do it, baby. Y'all alchemizing some shit. Y'all grounding in some shit. Even the in the pre-shuffle, even y'all card came out for the Oracle deck. Earth, Ace Earth, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Your card came out. Literally, this was the second card out. This is the order that they came out. So yeah, y'all alchemizing, y'all grounding in some shit right now. Now I'm about to read the messages that I wrote down, and then we're going to dive a little bit deeper, okay? So what I wrote down for y'all, your angel numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 10, 10, 2, 2, 2. And I got homebody or feeling grateful to be home or missing home. I also got that. Prison release or jail, I got that. Alchemize that energy, which is what y'all are doing, many of you. Moving or travel, new city, state, or country. You're following your heart this time. Someone trying to make you feel like the bad guy. Projections, return to sender, that may be necessary for y'all right now. That's what I'm picking up on already. Like during the pre-shuffle, I was picking up on that. Necessary changes. I heard the road is clear. You're free to choose. Good news about work or a project. Breaking out of the mold. And then I have no longer in denial and breakup, no makeup. Okay, so what I'm really getting from these cards so far, y'all, is that all of that stuff I just said, but just to like break it down a little bit more, because I was picking up on somebody moving out, somebody leaving, or somebody moving in, or something like some sort of disconnect, someone moving on. Y'all moving on. It's y'all. Y'all moving on from something. I did get something with the home, because with this, a lot of home stuff, because you see the home card, getting home, being grateful for having your home. So someone may be feeling very grateful to finally have their own space, their own home, where they can kind of, I heard decorated. Could decorate it, because like for Taurus, a lot of Tauruses, at least the ones that I've known, and I'm not no astrologist, I'm not anything like that. I haven't studied these things, y'all. It's just, this is all intuitive guidance and spiritual downloads that I receive on my own. So I haven't gone to school or anything like that for none of this. But just based off of the Tauruses that I personally known, like they're very much so homebodies. They love their home. Their home is their sanctuary. And I can relate as a water sign. I can relate to that. Like your home being your sanctuary. You like things to be a certain way. You like to know where things are, or, you like things to be undisturbed. Like your home is your peace, And so somebody was lacking peace in their home at some point, and I'm getting that you are no longer in that position, or you're stepping away from that sort of position where the home was chaotic. I just heard that. Some sort of chaotic home, because it's like with the release of people's emotions, I just got a lot of projections too. Like people that were in the home may have been projecting onto you, kind of projecting their emotions or projecting their mistakes. I heard that onto you, taking the blame, like using you as a scapegoat in some form. Excuse me. And you were in denial about this for some time. You were like trying to come up with excuses or irrational reasons as to why you should stay, or why you should stick it out, or why you should tolerate what was being done. I didn't flip my what you call these things? I forgot. My pretty thing, shit. Forgot what it's called. The little salt timer thing. But yeah, you were in denial about this for some time. You were trying to like reason with this person. I heard that. Or you were trying to reason with the situation as to why you should stick it out. But you're no longer in denial. And that's why this whole wish granted is happening. It's like what it's saying, the outcome may not be exactly what you want, but it's what you need. So it's when it comes to this situation, I'm just picking up on that you didn't want it to be this way. You didn't want to have to leave, or you didn't want to have to be separated from this person, but this is what you need. This separation is what you need, or you moving into your own space, or you leaving them behind was what you needed. It wasn't what you necessarily wanted, but it's what you need. And now that you finally are no longer in denial about this person, situation, housing situation, whatever it is, it's like now you can take the action needed to move forward and to succeed in your life. Now you can allow this good luck to pour in, excuse me, to pour in for you, because you're no longer wearing the rose-colored glasses when it comes to this person. And then with this card coming out as well, the whole single, current status available, it led me to believe that this is a romantic situation for most of you, that you have released somebody on a romantic tip that you was living with, that you were housed with, and now it's just, you broke that commitment with the Hierophant here. You're taking your own path. But I just want to dig a little bit deeper into this. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and do that. And let me show you what I want to ask. I should actually write these down, because I realized that for the reading for that I did yesterday for who did I did it for? Aries. It was one particular question that I wanted to ask, and I forgot that I wanted to ask that question, and I never asked it. So if y'all caught that in the Aries read, I apologize. If you're listening to this one as well, but I'm going to start writing down the questions I want to know so that I'll remember. Okay, so let me see. Let me write those down now. Okay, so far all I really want to know is about this housing situation, and then I want to clarify this Hierophant when it comes to what you broke free from. Okay, so far obviously we know that it's some sort of romantic connection for most of you that you broke free from, but I want to dig a little bit deeper into the Hierophant because the Hierophant talks about like belief systems as well. So despite the fact that you broke free from this relationship, what was keeping you there? It has something to do with some sort of belief system. Because remember, I said that you were trying to rationalize staying with this person or, sticking it out with them. And it has to do with this Hierophant. So those are the two questions that I want to dig into so far. But before I do that, I did write them down so that I can return. But before I do that, I do want to just start pulling a few more cards. And then we're going to answer those questions. So Page of Pentacles came out. Tell me more. What does Taurus need to know at this time? Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, North Node, South Node. What do they need to know? Feels like you're working hard towards something. You may have also started your own business. Because remember I said, dang, where is it? Damn. Like I wrote that down somewhere where it's like, oh, good news about work or a project. So yes, it's like you're working towards a project. So some of you may have started your own business. You may have branched out into, you're in the beginning stages or the planning stages of starting your own business or branching out on your own in that way, or building up in a company you work for or something like that. It's like being more self-sufficient in some way. With this, it's like something you're doing for yourself because you see how he has the lemonade stand. So it's like he's starting small, with the pages are like, the smaller people, I guess you want to say, in the deck. So yeah, the more youthful, the more immature, a little bit naive, things like that, the younger versions of these other arcanas, like these kings, queens, and all of that. So the pages are the more youthful, the starter, like the beginning, and so you're starting fresh on something, and it has to do with some sort of business project or creative project or something. You're building something, because even at the bottom of this deck for the oracle cards, forming structure, solid foundation is there. So you're building some sort of solid foundation. And then as I pulled half of that deck out to show y'all that, it was this was the other half that I left on a desk, and this was the split here when I showed you the forming structure, solid foundations. Ace, water, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio was at the other split. So a water sign may be significant, or you may have water placements in your chart as well. But the Queen of Wands also came out, so it's like success. It may be something that you're doing online as well, where you're being watched. I see somebody streaming, live streaming on social media, online. What else? Okay, so we have the Hangman and we have the Tower. The Hangman and the Tower. Yeah. So it's about this relationship. It's just going back to this relationship. Like the Tower came crashing down on this relationship, and it flipped your world upside down with this Hangman. It's like you feel like your world flipped upside down. You had certain expectations for this connection. I just feel like this is somebody that you expected. You had certain expectations for. You expected to grow. Oh yeah, look at that. Look, and this is what you're reflecting on too. You expected, because as I'm saying, you expected to grow. My eyes went to this tree. You expected to grow, and as I'm looking at the tree, I'm like, look, it's everything is upside down because you feel like your world is upside down. But with that being upside down, where's the tree growing? It's growing down. So you expected, this is what you expected it to be. In this connection, in this relationship, you expected y'all to grow together. You expected a family tree as well, like starting a family, passing down wealth and things to your children. Like that's what you expected, a equal give and take, and that's not what You receive. That's why it says wish granted. Some wish of yours is being granted, but it's not being granted with this person. With the Tower here. Yeah, it's not being granted with this person. Okay, so okay, Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it's not going to be granted with this person, but Three of Pentacles, you're going to have support elsewhere. You're going to have levels of support some other way. Like your support is going to come from others. It could be like you're just focusing on work, though. I just feel like you're really focusing on your money, your stability, and everything like that. Because it's your home. You're focusing on your home. Making it yours. I heard that. Making it yours. Somebody just moved. Somebody got a new space of their own. And they really focusing on getting their money up. Or like becoming more stable and things like that. So that you can like make it how you want it. So you can customize it to you. Clarify this housing situation for Taurus. And then I'm going to ask the question about the Hierophant. Because this is pretty clear. And straight to it. We have, what did I ask? Oh, the housing situation. Page of Wands. Tell me more. The Queen of Swords. Ooh. Two flipped out. Okay, so we got King of Wands, and then we have 10 of Pentacles. We got 8 of Wands. I feel like you felt like your housing situation, this housing situation was keeping you in this Page of Wands. Like the Page of Wands is creative. The Page of Wands is like excited about new things, learning new things. It's like once the Page of Wands is fixated on something, creating something, building something, they're focused on that. But it's like they can be like pages. Pages are just they're a bit immature. They have a bit more to learn, you know? Like pages remind me of the adolescence of the tarot. I compare pages to teenagers. I compare knights to like young adults. And then I compare like queens and kings to adults, and, you know, emperor and empresses to divine feminines and divine masculines. So our higher versions of self, you know. So like the pages are children. They have more lessons to learn. They're still growing. They're still navigating. They're still figuring things out. And so with this Page of Wands, it's like, you know, Page of Wands are they can be a bit impatient, you know. It's like if they don't catch on to something quick enough, if they don't learn the task quick enough, it's like they're quick to give it up on it. And I feel like you felt like being in this whole housing situation with this person or these people. I'm also picking up on, I gotta say this while it just came up. I'm picking up on somebody living in the house that's like a crowded house. There's a lot of people. So it's like somebody living with their, I heard spouse. So for some of you, you were married, but I'm seeing someone living with their spouse, but also living with family members, many other family members. So like maybe parents and siblings, or, you know, somebody living with someone's family. And it could have been just y'all were just living like that, or it could have just been temporary. Either way, I'm just picking up on that for somebody. So that's just a little side note. But again, you felt like being in this housing situation was keeping you stuck in this Page of Wands. Like you wasn't making any progress. You weren't being able to move forward. And so you had to ultimately get into this Queen of Swords energy. You had to get more serious. You had to get more assertive. You had to speak your mind with the King of Wands, leadership, taking leadership over your life. Ooh, I heard spitting that fire. Okay. Spitting that hot fire. Okay. Which means you saying what you mean. You saying it with your chest, because look at this angel number card. What does it say down there? It say at the bottom, it say observe your surroundings and communicate clearly. Be sure that everything will fall into place. So communicate clearly. I feel like when you were in this Page of Wands energy, it's like maybe, again, going back to the projections, these people could have been projecting onto you. You know, whatever you were trying to pursue, they were probably throwing like little, I'm just picking up with somebody throwing like little side comments. Like it's very passive though, like passive aggressive, but it's like that's planting seeds in your own mind regarding your own success or your own capabilities. That's why says release other people's emotions. These are just projections that they're placing onto you, and you're taking it on. But you may not, it was so subtle though. I'm just picking up on somebody that was subtle with it. Like they weren't very overt. somebody that was like, I don't know, what example could I use? Like, it's very covert. Like, like, oh, I really want to do this thing. Like, I want to start, streaming online. I want to start streaming, streaming whatever. I just really have a passion for streaming, live streaming, and I want to start doing that. And I actually want to, build up a community base online and things like that. And they'll say something like, I saw somebody do that. I was watching somebody that was a streamer. They were like really good at streaming and everything, and they were getting paid to do it and everything. But something happened with their channel got flagged or it got shut down, and now they got to start from scratch. And but you could try it though, like stuff like that. Like, it's like, yeah, I saw somebody do that. Like, they want to acknowledge that it's like manipulative. Like, I feel like I can't even give a great example for it, but if you get it, you get it. If it's resonating, you know what I'm saying. It's somebody that's covert, and it's somebody in your family. It could have just been this person, this spouse person, this person that you broke up with. But it also could be family. But yeah, you felt like they were keeping you stagnant with their mindset and their projections, and you had to ultimately choose yourself and take lead over your own life to get to this 10 of Pentacles, because that's what you're working towards. But you felt like you would never get there being in the environment that you were in. You would never get there. And now that you have, again, removed the blindfold and you're no longer denying the situation and you're taking action towards your dreams, now things are going to speed up with this 8 of Wands. Things are going to speed up now, because you finally chose the direction, that the path for you, not the path that people feel like you should walk or you should take. You chose your path with this Hierophant here. So let's clarify that Hierophant. Or is there anything else that that Taurus need to know, or that we need to know about this housing situation for Taurus? Ooh. Anything else? Is there anything else? Yep, you walked away from it. You moved on from the housing situation. That's what we need to know. You see how she got her stuff? I'm telling you, y'all moved with the whole luggage. You moved. You packed up all your stuff and you left. You left behind the storm. You felt held back. You felt unfulfilled. You felt like you were getting, I just see like you were becoming consumed by the thoughts and the emotions and the limiting beliefs of these people around you. And that's what happens. It's inevitable. That's why you got to be careful who you surround yourself with, because it's inevitable that you influence each other. The types of people that you're around dominantly, that's who's going to mostly influence you, and vice versa. So if you're constantly exchanging energy and around people that, think small and feel like they can't ever achieve anything, or feel like things are too far-fetched or unattainable, they're still living in lack, they're still limiting themselves. If they're doing that to themselves, they're going to do that to you. And if you're constantly exchanging energy with these types of people and you're constantly around them, it's going to start to affect you inevitably. And that's what you felt was happening. So you had to make a decision to move away from these types of people. And clarify the Hierophant. I feel like that is the Hierophant. Like, that's what you broke free from. Because I said, what have you broke free from? That's it. We got the Star reversed. You broke free from people who have no hope, who have that lack mindset, who don't want to heal. 5 of Cups. You broke free from the types of people who are constantly soaking in misery. They don't want to change anything about their lives. They just want to complain. That's the types of people you were around. Anything else to clarify this Hierophant? You got the 7 of Wands. You set them boundaries. That's what you broke free from. You set boundaries now. I'm telling you, some of these people, and then the Sun. And now you're feeling more lit up. You're feeling your energy returning to you. You're feeling more hopeful. You're feeling like the fire is ignited on your... I couldn't even say it because I heard under your ass. The fire was lit under your ass. But, it needed to be lit under your ass so that you can decide to go take the path I heard less traveled. The path less traveled. But the path for you that leads to your son, that leads to your joy, that leads to your fulfillment, your abundance. And that's what you did. Go on, Taurus. Is there anything the Taurus needs to know at this time? Any advice? Any last words for Taurus before I close? I do love this for you. I love this for y'all, Taurus. Yeah. Any last words? Chariot. Like this is I think the sun is the sun of Leo. I think the sun signifies divine masculine energy though. I do know that. But we have the chariot here. So the advice or last words for you is to continue to charge ahead, continue to follow your heart, continue to like keep your mind and your heart on the same accord. Okay? So that it can continue to guide you, so that they can continue to guide you, you know, to help you to navigate this journey of yours, because you're on a path now. Remember I said the download I got, the road is clear. You're free to choose. The slate is clear. The slate is clean. Look, and then you at the bottom. King of Pentacles, earth signs. You at the bottom. This is what you working towards. Look at him holding his pentacle trophy, sipping his wine. You know, he in the penthouse. He living lovely. This is what you're building and creating for yourself now that you've walked away from what was no longer serving you. I love that for y'all. Look at what I said. You're free to choose. Options. 7 of Cups. You're free to choose. You're free to build the life you want because you're no longer, look, 10 of Swords, completion. And then 5 of Swords behind that. 555 too may be significant. So many 5s coming out. 777 as well. I've been seeing 7s. 10s, 7s, 5s. Yeah. Those may be significant numbers, which I already said 1010, but the 555, 777 too. I'm gonna add those. But yeah, you're no longer going to be around these 5 of Swords people. These people who don't value you. These people who want to keep you in competition, want to keep you in survival mode because they're in survival mode. You have chosen yourself compared to these people, and now you got this 10 of Cups come. What I said, man, I love when the readers are so clear. 8 of Cups. You walked away. You chose yourself. Now you got 10 of Cups coming. You got that to look forward to. Look, Wheel of Fortune, another 10. Completion, another 10. Another 10. All of these 10 completion. Y'all ain't playing no games. Y'all close out cycles, Taurus. And I love that. I love that for y'all. So that's the message. Keep doing your damn thing. You know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. This is just confirmation. So keep going on the path that you're going. Keep trusting yourself. Keep trusting your intuition. Keep trusting higher forces. You know, the higher forces that you connect with. Continue. Also here too, I just want to talk about that real quick, that you are on the right track. Someone from the other side has your back and encourages you to try your best. So you have a loved one looking out for you. An ancestor, a loved one, somebody that may have passed away recently. I'm getting that. So, you know, if you have had someone that passed away recently that was very close to you or near and dear to your heart, I send my condolences, but I'm getting the energy that being is still present. That being is still present and still connected with you spiritually. And they are sending you messages and they're sending you love as well. And they want you to know that they are supporting you. They're supporting the moves that you're making. The life that you're creating for yourself. They're supporting you and they want you to continue to try to do your best. Don't go back into this Page of Wands energy of giving up too quickly, which I don't feel that from y'all. I feel like y'all had enough. So yeah, you are supported, you are guided, and you're on the right track, Taurus. Keep going. So those are the messages. I know they'll reach whoever they're meant to reach. And until the next reading, namaste.